Have you ever met someone who gives you just enough attention to keep you interested? She smiles at you. She replies to your messages. She remembers small details about your life. Sometimes she even acts jealous. But the moment you think the relationship is moving forward, she suddenly steps back. She says she's not ready. She avoids defining the relationship. And you're left asking yourself, if she likes me, why doesn't she want to be with me? The answer is more psychological than most people realize because attention and commitment are not the same thing. And understanding that difference might completely change the way you see modern relationships. Let's explore the psychology behind it. Imagine this. You meet someone who seems genuinely interested. Every conversation feels exciting. She laughs at your jokes. She watches your stories. She texts first. Everything points toward something serious. Then one day, you try to take the next step. Instead of getting closer, she becomes emotionally distant. Suddenly, you're confused. You replay every conversation in your mind. You wonder if you did something wrong, but in many cases, it isn't about one mistake, it's about something much deeper happening inside her mind. Today, we'll explore 5 psychological reasons why a woman may want your attention without wanting a relationship. And the last reason is the one most people completely misunderstand. Reason number 1, your attention makes her feel emotionally validated. Every human being wants to feel seen, wanted, important. Psychologists often describe validation as one of our strongest emotional needs. When someone consistently gives us attention, our brain interprets it as social acceptance. That creates comfort. Now, here's where things become interesting. Sometimes, a woman enjoys receiving your attention without imagining a future together, not because she's trying to hurt you, but because your interest boosts her emotional confidence. Imagine someone complimenting you every day, checking in on you, making you feel valuable. Most people naturally enjoy that feeling. It doesn't automatically mean they want a romantic relationship. Attention feels rewarding, commitment feels demanding. Those are 2 very different emotional experiences. This is why mixed signals happen. She enjoys your conversations, she likes knowing you care, but when the relationship starts becoming real, her emotional needs change because validation satisfies the present. Relationships require investment in the future, and those aren't always connected. Reason number 2, she enjoys emotional connection but fears commitment. Here's something people rarely talk about. Not everyone who fears commitment fears love. Some people actually enjoy emotional closeness. They love deep conversations, late-night messages, inside jokes, feeling understood. But the moment labels appear, their anxiety takes over. Why? Because commitment introduces responsibility, expectations, vulnerability, the possibility of disappointment. For someone who has experienced painful relationships before, commitment may feel less exciting and more dangerous. So instead, they unconsciously stop the relationship before it becomes serious, not because you aren't enough, but because staying emotionally safe feels more important than taking emotional risks. That's why you may hear phrases like, I really like talking to you. I don't want to lose what we have. I'm just not looking for anything serious right now. Those words can be genuine. She isn't necessarily pretending. She's simply caught between emotional desire and emotional fear. Reason number 3, she likes the possibility more than the reality. Have you ever noticed how imagination often feels better than reality? Think about waiting for a vacation. Sometimes the excitement before the trip feels bigger than the trip itself. Relationships can work the same way. The fantasy feels perfect. Reality brings uncertainty. Some people become emotionally attached, not to the relationship itself, but to the excitement of wondering what could happen, the flirting, the mystery, the anticipation. It keeps dopamine active. Once the relationship becomes official, the mystery naturally decreases. Now real communication begins, compromise begins, responsibility begins. For someone chasing emotional excitement, that shift feels uncomfortable, so they continue enjoying the chase without wanting the destination. This doesn't always happen consciously. Many people don't even realize they're doing it. Their brain simply keeps searching for emotional novelty instead of emotional stability. Before we continue, think about your own experiences. Have you ever felt confused by someone's mixed signals? Did you eventually realize there was a psychological reason behind their behavior? Share your thoughts in the comments. Someone reading your experience might finally understand what they've been going through. Now, let's look at the reasons that often hurt the most. Reason number 4, she's still emotionally attached to something else. Sometimes, the problem isn't that she doesn't like you. The problem is that part of her heart is still somewhere else. Maybe she's healing after a breakup. Maybe she's emotionally processing a previous relationship. Maybe she's trying to rediscover herself. Healing doesn't always happen on the outside. Someone can smile, laugh, go on dates, and still carry emotional weight from the past. During this stage, attention can feel comforting. It distracts from loneliness. It creates hope. It reminds someone they're still lovable. But entering another relationship, that requires emotional availability. And availability cannot be forced. This creates a confusing situation. She genuinely enjoys your presence. She appreciates your kindness, yet she can't fully invest emotionally. It's like trying to build a new house while still repairing the foundation of the old one. No matter how beautiful the new opportunity looks, the mind keeps returning to unfinished emotional business. That's why patience alone doesn't always change the outcome. Healing follows its own timeline. Reason number 5, she likes being chosen more than choosing. This final reason is subtle, but incredibly powerful. Human psychology is influenced by status. Being desired often increases self-confidence. Knowing someone chooses us makes us feel important. For some people, that feeling becomes emotionally addictive, not because they're selfish, but because external attention temporarily fills internal insecurity. They enjoy knowing someone cares. They enjoy feeling pursued. They enjoy the reassurance. But when it's time to choose someone back, the emotional reward changes. Now the focus shifts from receiving to giving, and that's where motivation disappears. This doesn't make someone a bad person. It simply reveals that they're seeking emotional reassurance, not emotional partnership. Healthy relationships require balance. Both people choose each other. Both people invest. Both people become emotionally available. When only one person keeps chasing, the connection slowly becomes emotionally exhausting, and that's when many people begin questioning their own worth. But here's something important. Someone else's emotional uncertainty should never become the measure of your value. Their inability to commit is not proof that you're unlovable. Sometimes it simply reflects where they are emotionally, not who you are. Now let's discuss something that often surprises people. Many men believe, if I just try harder, she'll finally choose me. Psychology suggests something different. The harder you chase someone who isn't emotionally available, the more your own emotional well-being begins to suffer. You become anxious, you overthink messages, you analyze every emoji, you celebrate small moments while ignoring clear patterns. Eventually, your focus shifts away from building a healthy relationship toward trying to earn someone's certainty. But healthy love rarely works like that. Real connection doesn't require constant guessing. It doesn't depend on decoding mixed signals every day. It grows through consistency, mutual effort, shared emotional investment. When someone genuinely wants to build a relationship, their actions slowly reduce confusion instead of creating more of it. That doesn't mean every relationship feels effortless. Every couple faces misunderstandings. Every person has fears. But healthy interest usually moves toward clarity, not endless uncertainty. So if someone's behavior repeatedly leaves you questioning where you stand, instead of asking, how do I make her choose me? Try asking, is this the kind of relationship that will make me feel emotionally secure? That single question changes everything because your emotional energy has value too. Your time has value. Your peace of mind has value. And the right relationship shouldn't constantly make you feel like you're competing for basic emotional consistency. Attraction is complex. Human emotions are rarely black and white. Sometimes people genuinely care about someone without being ready for commitment. Sometimes they're healing, sometimes they're afraid, sometimes they're searching for validation, and sometimes they simply don't want the same future you do. Understanding these psychological patterns isn't about judging anyone. It's about protecting your emotional health. Because when you stop chasing unclear intentions, you create space for relationships built on honesty, mutual respect, and genuine commitment. The goal isn't to convince someone to love you. The goal is to recognize when love is freely returned. That's where emotional security begins, and that's where healthy relationships have the best chance to grow. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment telling us which psychological reason surprised you the most. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future psychology insights that help you better understand relationships, attraction, and human behavior. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.